Hi, this is Susan Wolfe, and this is my Earth-Space Science lesson plan. The standard I'm doing is second grade, and it's obtain information to identify where water is found on Earth and that it can be solid or liquid. And my lesson starts with where do you see water, and discussion of the different forms water can take, because in second grade they do a unit on states of matter. And so my first activity is called Water Magicians, where the kids will do, it talks about you're going to be magicians and you're going to turn water into different states, and ice, how ice starts solid, but then it can turn to liquid, and then you talk about, and what is this steam we see on top, and that's the gas. And this is just a quick overview of this part because it's kind of lengthy. And okay, then, sorry, we go to, oh, and we also, before that, we read The Snowy Day, which I found online, an audio version. And then we talk about what form did the water take in the snowy day. So we did that. Then we go to a slideshow of, and we are getting to an activity, it's just taking a minute. Freezing or not, where we talk about solid water and liquid water, which the kids will do. And there's some solid water and there's liquid water. I hope you can't hear my husband snoring in the background. Then we will talk about where are glaciers located, and where that most of the fresh water on Earth is frozen either in the ice caps or in glaciers. Most of the fresh water is either in the ice caps or glaciers. And the students will write on an opinion paragraph here about what is their favorite state of water. It's probably going to be liquid or solid, and that would integrate the writing component. Then we're going to do 5-minute centers. The first center is to talk about the amount of fresh water on Earth as compared to the amount of salt water on Earth. And the first center is, if you take a container with 1 gallon of water, and then if this is all the water on Earth, you take a half a cup, and that half cup is how much fresh water there is on Earth. And then you take your eyedropper, and this represents the amount of fresh water that's available to us on Earth. And talk about how that's available in on ice caps and in rivers and lakes and streams, and how the rest of the water on Earth is salt water in the oceans. The next center, these are 5-minute centers. The next center is you take a globe and you find on the Earth where the fresh water and the salt water and the rest of the surface water is. The fresh water is in the ice caps, which would be in, here's a glacier map. In the ice caps in the glaciers, here and here, and in surface water, which is here, is just to make it a little easier. I just did a surface water map of the water in Kansas, because that's where we're located. To do a surface water map of all the water in the world would be a bit much. So this is Kansas surface water. That's surface water that's available. That's water that's available to us, and then also a map of aquifers in the United States. That is fresh water that's not quickly available to us. Then the third center is similar to the one with the gallon of water, using 100 colored objects, which I just used rice because that's all I had on hand. I counted out 100 pieces of rice, which the kids could do in the center, and then out of those 100, 3 of them represent the 3% of the water on Earth that is the fresh water. The One is the fresh water that's available to us, which is like the dropper, the purple, and the pink is the fresh water that's not available to us, which is what's tied up in ice caps, glaciers, and underground water. So again, those are just 5-minute centers that the students would rotate between. And the assessment on that would be to create an art project that represents the amount of water on Earth. And it could be like a mobile representing the salt water, the fresh water, a diorama, a drawing, a poster, things like that. The materials needed for this are really inexpensive. You would need 100 objects. In the lesson plan, it talks about 100 pennies. You could use 100 beads. You could use 100 anything. I used rice. A gallon of water, which is just a gallon jug. Measuring cup, eyedropper. A globe, which is available in any school. And then internet access. So it's really, really simple. I have a couple of worksheets and rubrics, but that is all of the activities for my Earth, Space, Science lesson plan. Thanks.